Now, let me just begin with a couple of thoughts myself right off at the top. I just love what Speaker Johnson did today. Happy Valentine's Day, Speaker Mike Johnson. At a House GOP leadership news conference, Mr. Johnson said he wants to show Valentine's Day love for the American people by securing U.S. borders before ponying up another $100 billion in foreign aid to other countries. Wow. We have a sound on that? All right, let's hear it. Let's hear what he says.
The American people are not feeling very loved right now. It's time for Washington to start showing some love to Americans. On Valentine's Day, this is a good day to point this out. You need to listen to the American people and their needs and take action.
I just love that. I feel more love now than before. And if that weren't spectacular enough, here's Speaker Johnson on the House bill itself. Coming right up. Take a listen.
To be clear here again this morning, the Republican-led House will not be jammed or forced into passing a foreign aid bill that was opposed by most Republican senators and does nothing to secure our own border.
All right, this is spot on. I just love this stuff. This is love. This is Valentine's Day love from the Speaker. It is also very good policy. And Speaker Johnson went on to say that he's been requesting a meeting with President Biden for a month, but Biden won't give him a meeting. Speaker wants to talk about the border and national security, and I'm going to guess he also wants to talk about Joe Biden's federal budget that has become a fiscal fiasco, that according to the latest Congressional Budget Office baseline estimates. Now, this is where government debt held by the public is estimated to rise to $48 trillion, or 116% of GDP. And with all this new Biden spending, even the inflation rate that was creeping down is now beginning to creep higher again, along with the rising interest rates, including mortgage rates. On this fiscal point, former Speaker Newt Gingrich, writing on Fox News Digital, quote, "The Senate's contempt for America is on full display once again. 22 Republican senators appear clueless about America's fears when it comes to our ballooning national debt," end quote. Newt's key point is that the Senate passed a $95.3 billion foreign aid package with zero offsets to pay for it. Zero. None. No one wants to talk about spending offsets anymore. That is, remember, if you spend a buck here, you have to erase a buck over there. Newt cites a poll that shows voters prefer Republicans by 50 to 34% over Democrats, so long as Republicans insist on spending offsets. But in this case, the GOP senators who voted for the foreign aid bill never even discussed offsets. That is not love. Back to Speaker Mike Johnson. He's talking about focusing on appropriation bills in the normal course of regular budget order, rather than diving into another massive unpaid-for foreign aid bill. And I want to add from my perspective that any of these Ukraine funding bills should insist on some sort of diplomatic off-ramp mandate by Congress. The idea that because America doesn't like Vladimir Putin, that means we should never talk to the Russian dictator, or, as former President Trump suggests, attempt to negotiate a ceasefire or even peace, that idea is nonsense. You know, back in the day, Ronald Reagan, whose stated policy was to destroy Soviet communism, right? And he did. But along the way, he negotiated with Gorbachev, not out of love, but as a tactic to nail down the Soviet coffin. Now, Trump wants to talk to Putin and is willing to talk to other dictators as a brilliant negotiator on behalf of America first. And I think Trump is right. And finally, back to Speaker Mike Johnson. He intends to close the border and restore the Trump border security H.R. 2 provisions that Biden destroyed when taking office. Biden's actions led to illegal immigration catastrophe. Mr. Johnson wants to protect America's border security first. So, I repeat, happy Valentine's Day, Mr. Speaker Mike Johnson.